So then, hello folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's stream. I apologise if the sound's a bit funny. I tried to stream before on my phone, but my phone was having none of it. So I'm having to use my webcam. So I'm sorry if the audio is a bit funny. So in this video we'll be doing a bit of shunting on the layout. We'll be shunting some goods and making it up into a train. So if there's any shouting in the background, I can only apologise. I have told my family that I'm streaming, but usually they don't listen and make as much noise as they possibly can. So if there's any background noise, I'm sorry. So anyway, let's get on with the stream. Let's adjust this a little bit so you can see a bit more of the layout. So anyway, hopefully you enjoy. And let's get on with the shunting. So the coal wagons and the austerity, which are in front of you here, they need to be shunted out the way first. So I'll get on with that. And then I'm going to let you guys pick which local you want to see shunting the train. I'm probably not I'm going to use the austerity because it runs really well when you don't really need it to run well, but then when you need it to run well, it says, no, I'm having none of that, and it'll stutter on every single point. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I want to own a couple of wagons, don't I? Right. So first things first, we're going to shunt the wagons. We need to run round the coal wagons and then push them onto the docks. So that's what we're doing now. Put them there for the time being. So really we need to put some pipe motors on the layout. But that's a job for the future. So you'll have to excuse me hand when I go to change all the points. So I push these wagons back. Anyhow, so we have a few logos that you can choose from. If you want me to shunt with a different logo, just comment in the chat. I can leave the austerity on. Or we have my American logo. There's the IBIT Class 2 tank. There's a British Rail Class 20. There's a load of different engines that you can choose from. If you ask for a logo and it's not on the layout and it's in the box, you might have to wait a little bit. But yeah, so hopefully it all goes well. So once I've shunted these wagons onto the docks, I need to make a list of the order of the wagons. So I've run around the train now, I'm going to push them backwards onto the docks. Stop here and uncouple them. No. Yeah, so it does run downhill slightly on the docks. I'll push them by hand then. Yeah, so going down on the docks, the house dips a bit, and then on the docks it goes up quite a sharp gradient. But fortunately that'll have to do. So I find a bit of paper and a pen, and I'm going to write out the list of wagons. Pen. Pen work. Right. So there's a load of wagons dotted about on the layout. There's everything from coal wagons to tankers. There's loads of box vans. There's even some flatbed wagons. One has bits of old rail and some iron girders on. Others have spools of wire. So I'm just going to write out a list of an order that we can make the train into. I think 15 wagons is a decent number. So let's start off with a 12-ton van. Let's choose the one that's parked on track number 8. Then we can have the salt wagon parked on track 13. What else we got? Then we can have the covered wagon on track 8. And the covered wagon on track. Oh, yes. 2 covered wagons on track 3. And then we'll have the 4 tankers. And then we'll try there on 14. And there'll be wire spool, which is on a low Mac. A Warwell wagon, which is on track 12. Clearing up the and then we'll have 3 picker and coal wagons. Which are on let's call that track 0. What else can we have in our train? The rail wagon. The rail wagon is on track number 3. Yeah. Not a brick one. No, not have the 3. And we need 3 more wagons, so we have the con flat, which is on track 8. The white van, which is on track 12. And then the parcels coach on track 9. Right, so that is a rake of 15, no, 16, 17. Yes, that's that'll be a rake of 20 wagons once that's all been shunted together. So first things first, I'm going to go and swap the austerity for the class 20 because I know that runs really well. Now I would keep the austerity on, but when you don't want it to run fine, if you just run it just for the sake of it, it runs perfectly fine. But if you want to run it, for example, on a live stream like today, it'll stutter it on every single point. So I'll go and get the class 20. Actually, I'll tell you what, we'll start with the austerity, and if it struggles on the points, we'll go and get the class 20. So we need to start at the end of the train first and work our way along. So we need to get the parcels wagon out of that siding there. So today and yesterday I've cleaned a lot of the track, so we shouldn't have the logo stuttering on all the points. But now that I've said it's running quite well, it's probably going to stutter on every single point you can find. So I think we'll assemble the train on line 7, which is this one here. So this is the end of the train. So underneath the track, on some of the lines, we have magnets installed. You might be able to see here. You probably won't, but there's 2 magnets under the track, and they put, if you think about the uncouplings like that, you pull them apart so you can pull away. And as soon as you've ballasted your track, you'll never know that they're there. So that's the first piece of rolling stock ready to go. So now I need to get the white fan here, which means I'll have to do a bit of shunting. First things first, I need to move a train that's parked on a siding. Oh, just stuttered on a couple of points there. come back onto here because it's got a couple of magnets. Uncouple. And we'll push these round the corner and out the way. So you just stop over the magnet if you can find where it works. It's a bit of a sweet spot with all the magnets, so there you can see it's uncoupled. Hasn't quite worked very well. Don't know if you can hear my dad in the background there, but he's being quite loud and I've asked him not to. So we'll push them out of the way. So in the live chat, Obama says no. Let me just sort this out here. So that's them shooting out the way. And they'll clean the trap. Yeah, don't it? It's gonna be fun, isn't it? Let's change that point. See, the layout's supposed to have point motors underneath all the points that you don't have to lean over to change them, but they're yet to be put in. Couplings having none of it. Right, so I need the white van. So I'm going to pull. You can see I've uncoupled the van. Sometimes they work fine and other times they play up a bit, but usually they work fine. So the wagons that I pulled out there, I'm just gonna. Right, right. So push their wagons out of the way. Or not. So sometimes the magnets will work completely fine, and other times they'll be a bit of a pain in the neck. Usually they work fine. No one saw that. There's no witnesses to me actually handling the wagon there. Just them off out of the way. So now I just need to run around this wagon here. Might have to go and get the class 20 because it's stumbling a bit on the points. Did I ask computer? No, I didn't ask for one of them create storage based messages, so why'd you give us one? That'll do. So I'm just going to let the austerity retire to the shares and we'll let the class 20 have a go. Because it is stumbling a bit on the points. So I'll be back in a minute with another engine. So far we've shunted the parcels van and the white 12-ton van. Actually, I might get my no, I can't get my American engine because it doesn't like coupling. Right, back over there, just not handy. Also, recently I bought the Orient Express, or I'm one of the coaches from the Orient Express. Now they're really expensive actually. I think it was about £65 with the postage. which for one coach is quite a lot. But what I said at the time was, if it's not very good, I'll not get any more, and if it's good, I'll consider getting some more. And I personally think it's absolutely fantastic. So I'll send that round so you can have a little nab at that. And turn the light off, you'll be able to see its interior lights a bit better. Here it comes. Yeah, it's got nice interior lights to it. And the detail on this coach is absolutely fantastic, so I'll be happy to get another one. But you can get them in packs of 2 for £140, which is quite a lot of money for 2 coaches. But the detail on them is fantastic. They run really well, and even if the track isn't perfectly clean, the lights never stammer or stutter at all. They never flicker, so it's really good for your money, in my opinion. So I'll send that on its way. That back on now, so you can see everything. Yeah, I think it's great for your money. Where the Real Orient Express, there's about 12 to 24 coaches in each train, and that will cost me thousands to get the whole train. Right, and when it all gets back around, I promise we'll get back to some shunting. Yeah, set back. Space in there. Right, let's create a setback. Right, so let's get back to what we were supposed to be doing in the first place. So anyhow, what's next? So we need the flat wagon next, which is sandwiched between a couple of wagons here. Basically, there was a load of wagons on the layout, and I just picked a couple at random, and those are the ones that I'll be shunting with. So we took a magnet out from just here where the point is. You can't see it because it's out of shot. We took a magnet out, which would have been handy, but we found because the curve was a bit sharp, it wouldn't uncouple very well. Because the axles on a load of these wagons are made out of steel, the magnets tend to attract them and they'll roll forward, so you can't push them back without coupling back up. Which I will admit's a bit of a problem. We need this flat wagon here. put this covered wagon back. Now I need this wagon a little bit later on, so what I'm going to do is, the order that I need it, I need the covered wagon first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap the order of these around. So I'm going to put the van in front of this for later on. So I'm thinking ahead. Damn thing with like one couple, that is. Sorry, I sneezed. I didn't sneeze there, I coughed. Yeah, excuse me, I just coughed the wagon uncoupled. So the next wagon we need is a wagon full of bricks, which is over here. Yeah, so that's now in the right order to go on the train later on. I'm just thinking ahead there. Yeah, you can see the wagon rolled forward there because it's steel axle. Sometimes the magnets don't quite pull the KDs far enough apart so that they uncouple. Slight derailment there, nothing to see here. Right, so next we need the brick wagon and then the rail wagon. So normally I don't do shunting. Normally I might just be in here for an hour or so on a weekend, and I'll clean the track and run the Flying Scotsman or the A4, the Deltic. Normally I don't do shunting, so whenever I do, it's quite nice to sit down and do it. On to what do I need first? I need the brick wagon first. Gone past it. No. So I'm actually don't need them. So I need this brick wagon and then this one, but I don't need the wagon in the middle. Too far there. Must go on the train first, the brick wagon, yeah. Let's do that now. So as you can see on this wagon, when you bend the flexi track, one of the rails will get longer, and the other one gets shorter, which means you have to trim a bit of rail off. So on this wagon, there's a bit of rail that have been trimmed off, or offcuts of track where we've taken these sleepers off to use the rail on the wagon. I need to swap the order of these wagons around. Oh, I don't want to do this. Right. I have to do it this way. So I just need to run around these magnets. There's no magnets here, so I'm doing that. It's set right now. So I'm going to have to do a bit of a daft move here. Just pull the whole consist forwards, uncouple the rail wagon, push that back and put the brick wagon on the train first. But that's the whole fun of doing stuff like this. You have to work around the issue. So the issue here is the wagons are the wrong way around, then the rail wagon. And then we need 3 coal wagons. Now there's 6 on the dock there, and I only need 3 of them. No, I want to change that one. So I have to do a bit of shunting there, but that's alright. Push that back onto the train. So usually, because I'm a bit lazy, what I'll do is run the freight train in a fixed set. So if I started uploading videos of the layout again, you would see the freight train as in like a fixed rake for a good few months. That's just because it'll take us probably nearly 2 hours to write out a list of all the wagons I need and then shunt them into the train. So usually you'll see the freight train just runs in a fixed set. And on days like today we'll switch it up. We'll switch it up. Push that back off the train. Right. So set back. So I need this coal wagon and these 2. The other 3 I don't need, so I'll have to shunt them out the train. That's cool, probably. Sorry, I sneezed again. Christ, it must be dusty in here. Yeah, so because this magnet's in front of a point, it doesn't particularly work very well. Again, with it being on a curve. Sorry, my hand. My arm went in a spasm then, and push the wagon back. Anyhow, need to uncouple the hopper off the end of the train. He says, if you can find where the magnet works. come back. Yes, there is a bit of a downhill grade onto the docks, and then it slopes quite sharply back up. I don't know where the spirit levels are gone, but in a future video, if you remind me on, I'll show you how it's not actually level and going on the docks. As you can see, the wagons just rolled away there. Right, so I can't run round the train here because there's no point. That's not clear. Right, so normally you can't just run around the whole layout just to run around the train, but because the train that we're making up is parked on the side and they're out of shot, I can't just go forwards into the station and come back, so I will have to go right the way around. Actually, you know what it is, I'll do it properly. I'll go the long way. It's not set to go that way. Change the point over there. So instead of going right the way around the layout and being really lazy, I am going to do it properly and just run around the train. It's off the way. So the next wagon I need, you can see there's some vans parked underneath the warehouses at the back here. So the first one I need is the one at the very end, and then I need this one in here. And then what do I need? And then I need the wagon on the end of that one there. So there's a bit of shunting I have to do now. I need one couple going. See right. Just going to push them forward a bit because they're obstructing the point. Might actually have to, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, because I haven't got enough space, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the freight train out, push it back on this line here, past the camera to, there's a point just here out of shot. I'm going to push it beyond that point, just because sizing 7 isn't quite long enough. Oh. So I'm just going to come out the yard, run round through the station and back into the yard on this line here. So again, if there's anyone watching who didn't hear before, if you want to hear well, if you want to see a different loco running, just comment in the chat and I'll put it on. I also brought the train down to here. I'm going to couple it and push it back. Couple, man. Right. Just on some locos and wagons they'll work fine, but on others, like call the dicky fit. Right. So now what do I need? The van at the end of siding 11. Do with shunting now. Perhaps that was changed. I'm just going to put all these wagons out. So I need this one here. And the one on the very end, this one here. That'll do. I'm just going to put these two wagons here on the back siding. Just sort it out of the way so we can do the shunting later on. That'll do. Yeah, that's another one that needs a bit of work. So yesterday I had all these buildings off the back, or was it the day before? But I had all the buildings off the back and I went and cleaned all the track. Although really you don't need to clean the track on the very back track, which is track number 11, beyond the end of that building, because you're not really going to run locos back there. But at the end of the day, if you run your rolling stock or your locos over dirty track, the wheels will pick all the dirt and grime up and it'll put all that dirt and grime on the track that you've already cleaned. So even if you know that you're not going to use the bit of track, with logos it's best just to keep it clean so that you don't end up with all the crap all over the rest of the track. And as well, my dad is hopeless at cleaning the track. He'll just, even if the trains haven't been run in a month, he'll just get a locomotive. Like recently, well, it's about nearly a year ago now, he bought a Thompson L1. The trains hadn't been run in months, he didn't clean the track, he just went and ran the train. So yeah, I had to clean all the crap off the wheels of that after he did that. And if you don't clean your track when you know there's a load of gunk and crap on the rails, it means that you end up with, means that all the logos and rolling stock that you own will end up with gunk on the wheels. So no matter how much you clean the track, all your logos and rolling stock will just put the gunk back. So it's quite important to clean your track. So I'm just gonna, there's no magnets on this track either, so I'm just doing that. Apologies about the banging, it's my sister playing her drums. Probably can't hear us. Anyhow. Change that. Right, so what's next? The wagon full of scraps. So what I mean by scrap wagon is any bits of like cable off and being wiring up, you like take the rubber off the outside, you can solder it, or any little bits of scrap boards off cuttings, or whatnot, or anything that's just been left on the track. I went round and picked all them up and put it in a wagon. So that is the wagon, which is known as the scrap wagon. How long have we been streaming for? We've nearly been streaming for an hour, and we're only about half done. But once all this is done, we'll run a few trains. So I need this crap one. Just
change that thing there. Oh,
so it's pretty straightforward, I need to change that. And then just go and pick the wagon up. So if anyone's watching who wants a different local running, just comment in the chat and I'll put it on. Oh, you are joking, mate. Bloody thing. Alright, so in this wagon I've just glanced over. There's a few bits of cars, like scraps off buildings, or like bits that might have dropped off or been knocked off. There's a couple of sleepers in there, a few offcuts from wire. When we wired the layout up. So as you can see, there's a couple of bits and bobs in there. Right, what's next? So what, we'll push this train a bit further back, overlapping the points now. It's fouling the points, sorry. Please uncouple, please. Now, so the magnets aren't pulling the KDs far enough apart so that the train can just push the wagons. And I've got a bit of buffer lock. Right. So what's next after the scrap wagon? The wire spool wagon, which is now on track 5. So even though this Bachmann Class 20 is about 20-30-year-old, maybe these might be a bit younger, might be a bit older, it's still such a good runner. It's nearly always one of my first choices if I'm doing a bit of shunting, or even if I'm running the local passenger train, I'll choose this 'cause it's just such a nice runner. Right, so I don't need the van, so I'm going to set back with the spool wagon. I'm just going to get rid of this van. Now, so in about an hour, I've managed to shunt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 wagons in about an hour. But bear in mind, I've had to write out the list, and we changed the logo. That's too bad. Just need to run around this wagon. Always through this and just go on. So even though I could just uncouple the wagon, run right round the layout and couple back up, you wouldn't be able to do that in real life. So even though it would be a lot easier, I am still going to do it properly. And as well, the layout that we had before this, so before we had the loft done out, this was a 3-bedroomed house, which meant that I had a bedroom, my mother and my father had a bedroom, and my sister had a bedroom, which meant we had a little layout which just went underneath the bed. Now it wasn't one of them like homey ones where you'd have a train pelting around at 1,000 mile an hour just doing ovals all day. It was a proper shunting layout, just an end-to-end layout. Like any of you have been watching this channel for a while will know that I've got a little end-to-end layout in my room. It's based on the made Suffolk Light Railway, and basically you can't really just uncouple your train and run right the way around the layout just to swap ends, so that's how I learned to shunt properly. So even though now I have the option of going right the way around the layout, I still just run around the train if I can. Right, so now we need 2 of the tankers, which are on the very far track over there. I'm just looking at the stream now on my phone. It's not the best camera angle because this bridge is in the way and so are them buildings, but there's not really many places you can put a laptop or a camera in here because it's not any places. Do you mind shouting? You know what it is? I'm sick of this. So I tell people I'm streaming and that they need to be quiet, but yet they still shout and bawl at each other. You need to swap tracks. Would you watch that? I've already uncoupled. Not yet, thank you. So I need this mobile one and this tarmac one. So I'm going to uncouple them. Push the 2 we want back. And put the other 2 back in the oil works. Now, so some magnets work first time, others are a bit of a pain in the bum. I remember about a year ago I did a video where I used real train sounds over the top of just the sound of what you can hear now, which is like the motor and the wheels clapping on the track. I enjoyed making it, I enjoyed running the trains and I enjoyed using the sound, but it was a bit of a neck pain because with a steam engine, if you have a 2-cylinder loco, because the wheels are offset 90 degrees, so one rod will be at the top of the wheel, the other will be 45 degrees halfway around, and they'll move like that. And that's how you get the 4-beat chuff as the wheels go around. So every quarter turn the wheel, you'll hear the chuff. But syncing that up with a few of the steam engines was hard, but with the diesels that were just. Do you mind with a motorbike? But with the diesels, I could just run it past the camera and whack some sound over the top. As I was saying before that, Norbert drove past his motorbike. It's a lot harder to do with the steam engines in order to get the sound synced up. Once the video was done, it sounded fantastic. So where's track number 3? Right. So the next 2 wagons I need are this covered wagon and this covered wagon. I need to get the weathered one first, which is this one. The reason why I did that was to make it a bit harder to do. So if I'm doing a video like this or a stream like this where I'm shunting wagons about, I'll try and make it a bit harder. So I'll say, right, I want the one that involves more shunting before the one that involves less shunting first. Which means you have to do a lot more shunting. It's a bit more fun. There we are. Right. So a bit further back. So now you only just need 2, 3, 4, 5 wagons first. Need another 5 wagons and then we're done. When it comes to actually running the train, I might put my American logo on. I don't know, debating about it. One couple. These two cool wagons are catching on the track a little bit with their couplings. How's that done there? Must be a gradient. Oh well, sit there. Oh, okay. Anyway. Nice, there must be a bit of a gradient there. So follow that, push them. Right, so I want this weathered wagon first, which means I need to do a bit more shunting. No, not to worry. I'll point right, I'm really shunting. Yeah, there's something not right about that magnet. Let's have a look at it. So I think this wagon here is an Oxford Rail one, and that's why it runs freely. Buffer lock. Fortunately, with a few of our wagons, we get buffer lock with some of the bigger engines. Yeah, and I definitely need to tell the people at the permanent weight team that needs sorting. Apologies for my ugly elbow there. My ugly sunburnt elbow, should I add. Right. What do I need now? Need to uncouple it for a start. And then I need the covered wagon on track 8. Then the salt wagon. Again, steel axle there. So we get buffer lock on a few of our wagons, but that's because with this room being quite small, the curves have to be quite sharp in order to get the trains around the whole room, which unfortunately means that a couple of our wagons buffer lock, but it's not the end of the world when it happens. So I need the covered wagon, the salt wagon, then another, and this wagon and the van, and that should be our train. I need a guard's van on the other end. Right. Just don't think I'll see a guard's van on the end of this because that might buffer lock. So it's basically taken us an hour and 20 minutes to do this. Right, so that is our train completed. So I'll run it with the class 20 for a few laps while I go and get the American logo ready. Change that point. Right, so here is the train that we have shunted together. So we have the 12-ton van, the covered van, salt wagon, 2 covered vans, 3 covered vans, 2 tankers, the rope coil, the scrap wagon, 2 vans, 3 coal wagons, the rail wagon, the brick van, the complex, the white van, and the also coach. Big train. Stop it there for a second. See what I'll put on the end of the train, because I've never really ran this since I bought it. So I know it doesn't fit with a freight train, but this luxury train doesn't really fit in with a freight, but at least I get to run it. I know the Orient Express coach doesn't really fit in with freight, but since I bought it, I've never really ran it. So all in folks, so it took an hour and 20 minutes to shunt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes left. So it basically took about an hour and 20 minutes to shunt about 20 wagons. Bear in mind, we had to do a lot of shunting in between to get some of the wagons out that we needed. That's not too bad. Right, we'll have to take the wire spool car, wagon off because it's caused a derailment. Instead of running all the dirty looking steam engines, it should get a nice looking one out, should I? Ow. So this is a loco that's in Holmby's range. It's been in Holmby's range for a number of years now. I think it's in 2011, 2012 catalogue, so it's getting on a 10-year-old model. If you bought one of the ones when it was first released, but it's a really good runner, and here it comes now. Flat down with some heaters. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this, folks. I certainly enjoyed showing a lot of the freight about. If you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again in the next video on my next live stream. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.